Hey, this is Brent from Side by Side Fury, and we're going to show you, we're going to touch base on putting a turn signal light kit in a UT10. So the UT10 S does not come with the turn signals or the wiring that are inside the headlights. Not sure why, but that's just the way it is. So the older Fugleman, any light, any one of the UT10s that doesn't have this style lens, you're going to have to swap it out. It just doesn't, it's not wired properly. It doesn't have the right lens in it. It just doesn't work the way it should be. So, and then as far as the headlights, also the headlights, they look like they've got it in there. The bulb is not there. The wiring's not there. So you're going to have to change everything out. There's a comment, or there's a link down below that you can hook up with the lights. We stock these. It's not a big deal. You just get on there, order them, and we'll ship them to you. So I'm going to go over pretty much basic. I already put that headlight in, so it's out of the way. The inner skirts or the inner fenders, all push pins, pretty simple. I've showed you the tool, simple tool. Get in there, unpull them, take your time. The more time you take to take them apart, that way you don't mar them up, and then they just push right back in with your fingers. It's not real hard. So inner fenders are out of it. Same with the hood. The hood, a little bit more entailed. Take your Phillips heads out of it. Take the module that's already been put in there. Your GPS puck that's on here. Your diagnostic connector, which is there. All Phillips head screwdrivers. No big deal. Allens. There's a few Allens here and there. There's a couple of them that are underneath that are hidden. And then there's a few in the front. So once you got all that out of there, it comes out pretty easy. Watch your radiator cap. Radiator cap tends to hang you up. But once you get all that out of there, just tuck these all back in. That all comes off pretty easy. Get it out of the way. Everything else kind of lays there. Use your 5mm Allen. All these, everything's got to come out of here. Plug's got to come off the back. I take everything that's just so you can give you a little more flex. The nice thing about this is that once all these are out of here, like I said, take the other ones that are around, taking the braces off. There's two underneath on the bottom. Not real difficult. Whether you're doing with a little hand tool, you can get them with an Allen, with a hand Allen. The one that's kind of a pain is the one that's underneath here. It's actually right behind here. Getting to it, it's not really that hard. It's just getting. Funny how you get the tool in there and then you can't see it. But probably a little easier with a hand Allen, but once that's out of there, there's all your tools or all your Allen heads. Get this, and it kind of just pops out of here. You can pull this forward. All these kind of go in and out, but you can pull on this. Pretty easy. Takes out, comes out. You will have to change these over. The new lights don't come with these, and they're pretty simple. Just take your flathead, take your little flat screwdriver, lift up on this right here, and you can, however you want to pull on them or push on them or however, but that little release right there, and then once that's off, then you can, however you got to take them out of there. But they're pretty simple. And then swap them over, put them in your new one. They all come. I actually put some of these in that I had just to keep it a little faster. But reverse order is pretty simple. all you body guys out there laughing at me. But this actually, this piece on the bottom, not sure why this thing is such a pain, but we'll set those there. And there's some plastic in here, you know, whether you pull this forward, whether you push it back, you just gotta line them up. This bottom piece can be a little tricky. This actually has got to go, this piece right here has got to go in the middle of that. So it's just a matter of, that might be, you know, taking more screws out of it is probably a better thing than fighting it. So, and I'm not sure why that one, but, and that might be, probably a lot easier to do it that way. Pull that forward, get in there. That piece, once it's in there like that, that makes life a little easier. And then lining it up, putting all the screws back in it. Get a couple of them started so they're, I would suggest probably getting a few of them started before you tighten them all up, just in case one of them's out of alignment. And there's a few screws, so and then there. I would say a lot of these body lines, if you want to make them look nice, just squeeze them in a little bit, make sure they're all fitting right. Make sure you get them all. It's nice when they put them in from the factory, they actually paint them, say they got them. But, and then again, a couple of them that are underneath here. And the one that was kind of a pain in the butt right here. It's funny how I probably didn't line that one up. So then again, if you go to tightening them all up and they don't fit, it's probably because you didn't get it lined up right before they went in. And sometimes a little bit. There it goes. I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe I should put it in the right hole. That's what I think. I can't even see it. Hold on a second. Okay. weirdest thing. Oh, that's why. Okay. The speed nut actually got a little cockeyed. So, here's my little screwdriver. And there she goes. Okay. So, there you have that. Pretty simple headlight. Plug the thing back in. And then, obviously, this goes back together just like you took it apart. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it open for now. Show the rear just so we can get the rear done real quick. So the rear, open the bed up. Bed rail comes off pretty easy. The kind of a cool thing about this, once you figure out how it actually comes off, take screws out of it. There's a screw in the front, screw in the back. Take this screw out of here. Once that's off, you just pull this forward and this thing comes out. Pretty simple. And then there's a few screws all underneath, a couple push pins. Just take your time, take them out. I think there's a couple more in here, but there is a few underneath here. Yeah, one right here. Then you've got the bedside has to come off. There's no cheating this. It has to come off. The screws that are in the back, first couple times I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, you can just undo it. But the issue with that is that it doesn't really come apart that way, or it wasn't designed that way. So once you've got all the screws out of it, everything's off. There's a screw in the top. Kind of go over everything really good. There's a screw here in the middle. And then there's this screw here. And then there's two screws on the inside. And then this comes, it literally just falls off. So undo the connector. And I'm going to take this and put it on the bench just because it's a little easier and I don't want to scratch it up. So there's the new tail light. And then we got so these will have to be changed over. So you'll notice that they don't come with those. I grabbed a couple extra ones so I didn't have to sit there and undo them all day long. So you just pop them out, put them back in. Same with that, and that's for your outside screws to come in. So what I found though on this, if you take your time and get it all in, get all your screws started, and then I would say it's always nice to have nice, tight fitting body lines. Make sure you use the shorter screws. That's just what came out of them. There's always a shorter screw and a longer screw for some reason, and I always like to take, as you get these things started, take and make sure that you got this is lined up. So you've got, this is pretty tight, but if you make sure this goes nice and tight, then your body lines will be nice and tight. So you've got, once you put that in there nice, okay, that's a longer screw. I'm going to put a shorter screw in it. And this is the basic as on the UT10 S, which is your I'd say your basic model, but on your older Fuglemans or 22s and 23s that did not have the lighting kit, if it doesn't have that, on the 23 Fuglemans that have the I know we have a few still left in our inventory, but they have these lights on them. If it has if this is your tail light, you should not need the lighting kit. But if your tail lights are red, telltale sign, if your tail lights are red, then you're going to have to buy the lighting kit. But shouldn't be a big deal. I'll put this on real quick and then we'll fire it up so that everybody can see it. And this, it goes on just like it came off, real simple. So if I can get this. You gotta watch your screws and watch your other stuff going back in here, but it really does. It's pretty simple. Yeah. Start the screws. And then again, watch your body lines. I always like watching the body lines, and that way you can figure out exactly where it's going. This is where your rail is going to go on, so it's going to be pretty good. But obviously, it's all about aligning them. So then again, body lines are everything. I think that, there you go. It was on the top, not the bottom. So once it's there, everything should be lined up. These are kind of a pain because I was not in there first, but you can see them through there. So once you're, check your body lines, kind of a constant thing, checking your body lines on that. But once they're nice, everything's snug, everything's in there like that. That goes in there nice. That's all nice. You got your screw there. You got some long ones, short ones. You can kind of keep track of as you pull them apart. And then you've got your push pins. And like I say, just go back, same order you took it apart. Push pins, pretty simple. Hold the back, hold the front. Kind of does a nice job of lining it up. All there. I'll get that one. And you got your rail back in. So, real simple. Put that in. Long screws got to go in the back. And there's got a screw up front, which I can grab another one of those. So I took this whole thing apart, making sure everything was the way I wanted it to be. If you guys want to check out the video for the, the actual module and the turn signal switch install and stuff that's on the other videos, definitely hit subscribe, hit like, you know the drill as far as YouTube goes. So pretty simple, but there's your tail light. Looks really good. Body line looks good. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'll put that one in there. Oh. And as I forgot, because I got in a hurry, and I didn't plug it in, so not the first time this happens, but I think I can get my hand up there, I think. Yeah, I know, but well, we'll go back and I'll button that all up. So real quick, let me turn this on so you can see it. And that kind of gives you an idea of how it's going to work, and everything should work good. Your blinkers are installed, all your ambers. All the wiring's already there, so it really makes it nice. And like I say, put your hood back on, put your Phillips back in. That's pretty simple. Make sure you get all this. But yeah, if you want to see more videos, guys, definitely hit subscribe. Give us a like. There's a link below in the lighting kit. That way you can get it ordered. But hope you guys have a great day, and keep on riding.
Run.